Welcome to the Shay Speaks Life channel. Well, get you right channel. Look though, this will be a collective message, guys. Keep in mind that energy is fluid. This could have already happened in the past. This could be happening right now in the present. About to happen in the future. Take what applies and you feel me? They said if it don't fit, then you must have quit. Okay, anyway, moving on. I've already asked that my ancestors and spirit team go ahead and return back to sender any black magic or any negative energy sent this way, and so it be. Ashe, Ashe. Okay, just period. Let's see what's going on here. Happy birthday to all of my Taurus gang, and friends. Now let the read him again. Okay, somebody is rejected coming out the gate. Somebody you rejected. Okay, so for a group of you, you didn't hurt somebody's ego by rejecting their advances when it comes to sex. I felt like for a group of you, you rejected them. The last time that you were with them, or the last time that you even seen them, I feel like you had recently rejected, being intimate with them. And that bruised their ego here. Okay, my dear. It bruised their ego here, collective. You rejected them. And if you didn't rejected them in that aspect, it's pretty much over here if you're not willing to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Their ego got in the way of the relationship, hence why you weren't even attracted to them sexually. You know what I'm saying? And for a group of you, their ego was tied to their money and their finances here. So, with the masculine here, that's how they, if they haven't done the proper shadow work to themselves, and they would think all they are the equivalent of to is finances and money here. And so you have the egos that need to be checked, my dear. Okay. And I felt like you checked this person's ego when you rejected their sexual advances. Like if they can't treat you well or how you want to be treated outside the bedroom, collective, then you don't need to be coming inside of me, collective. You feel me? Yeah. And their ego was tied to their finances and they were broke at the time or something like that. And for a group of you, I felt like they weren't where they wanted to be financially or stable or something like that. Okay, so for a group of you, you might have rejected this person here because they didn't have, you know what I'm saying, money here. They were broke. Okay, and you was like, I got moving on here, uninterested here, tired of the drama here, and giving money, my dear. I felt like for a group of you, you know what I'm saying? This person was upset or felt collective because you was like, okay, I don't want to even be sexually, I don't want to be intimate with you sexually. I don't want you touching me. I don't want you on me. That hurt their ego. Spirit wanted you to move on anyway because they were broke. They didn't have any money. I felt like it wasn't the fact that they were broke. I felt like this person lacked ambition or vision or something like that. Like yeah. I felt like they lacked vision here or ambition. Like you seen them talk about it, but they weren't being about it. Like they were a drama king or a drama queen. Like, whoa, it's me and this happened is the reason why I can't do this right now because that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they were like that. You got tired of hearing all the drama stories of why they couldn't produce, why they couldn't get off their ass, and why you had to keep giving them money. Uh, uh, why you had to keep giving them money? You were uninterested and you moved the hell on. Thank you. Next, respectfully. Like, what are we talking about? Moving on. All right. So let's see what else here, collective. Yeah, you were uninterested in this person. You rejected them. You moved on for them. You were not interested in providing someone's like basic essentials here because they didn't have no money, my dear. Okay, and they always had something going on with the drama as to tied to why they didn't have no money. What are you spending your money on? Travel came in reverse. I felt like for a group of you, you might have did travel to them. This could have been a long distance relationship for a group of you. Yeah, you won't be traveling over there no more. It looked like or something like that. You not traveling no more because you were tired of like having to give so much to this person to where they couldn't pour into you. Their ego was tied to you giving them money or something like that. Like you had to reject this person. It's just the way that everything like went or fell out. It was like it was definitely unattractive. It was just a quality about this connection after what you saw, how this person reacted, or how this person, I feel like the lack of work or the lack of ambition that they put on themselves, or even like the work. You seem like they ain't do no work on themselves. You saw like this person did no healing. You saw like this person was like, you saw like this person damn near want you like, do you want me to take care of you or something like that? Like, are you looking for a partner? Are you looking for a damn mama? And you kind of got tired or burnt out of that collective. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. Became uninterested. Bad reputation. They crying over you in cyber. So I felt like somebody who, the ex that you rejected, they crying over you. They did cyber bully you on your platforms and maybe kicked you off your platforms if you have been a social media content creator. This person now has a bad reputation here. Okay. I feel like for a group of you, because you were uninterested here in them, then they wanted to create this persona. They wanted to create this person, like they slandered and defamed you here, collective, because you were uninterested in connecting with them any longer. Then they wanted to go ahead and cyberbully you so you could have a bad reputation, collective. I felt like they have bullied you on all your platforms to some degree here, collective. Yeah. They want to create this bad reputation. They are crying over you, collective, because you moved on from them here. You've moved on. And so, because you've moved on, you rejected them. You told them you were not interested. You said, you know what I'm saying? Let's cut ties. This person betrayed you here. They betrayed you. They backstabbed you with the cyberbullying here. And now that they're sad and hurt, like they allowed their ego to destroy what could have even been, you know what I mean? A bridge, a friendship at the very least here. But instead, this person decided to stab you in the back here, collective, because you rejected them due to their ego. This person was acting purely out of their ego. They wanted to give you a bad reputation. They didn't call you all type of hoes. You money, you a gold digger, you a prostitute, you do magic as how you get your money, you sleep around. And this is could have been done bullying by posting, all kind of pictures, Photoshop information, all because you rejected this person and told them you were uninterested in the connection here. This person was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Wow. Okay, what else here? Wow. All because you rejected them and wanted to move on. It's just not working here. They was like, no. I said, it's just not working here. I said, game over. Woo, 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 woo. Flip, 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 flip. Game over. Hey, game over. Okay, you gamed over on them or something like that. Whatever game that they thought they were playing here, collective, you gamed over on them after they betrayed you here. You reclaimed your throne or something like that, and you declared game over. You weren't playing the game with them. They were playing a game with you here on cyberbullying on your platforms here. You weren't playing the game. And this is why now they're crying over you. You're not paying them no attention. You didn't moved on. And you had encouraged them to do so too, but apparently they're not. Or they haven't here. Yeah, keep it a promise. I felt like for a group of you, you rejected this person. You might have made a promise that you wouldn't lead him, or y'all was gonna be together or get married or something like that. I gotta keep a promise over moving on and reject it. I felt like this is what they are holding on to. This is what they're crying about or something like that, collective. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. Okay, like this person is crying over a promise that you told them that you weren't gonna leave their side up until they start doing their damn shenanigans. You was like, boy, I must have lied. You must have lied, collective. This is what made them mad because you told them you were uninterested. You told them, yes, we're going to be together. Let's move forward. And then you pulled back. You started to see that what they were doing was whack. You started to see that, yeah, I can't do this anymore. Okay. At least you were honest. You didn't drag it on, lead them on or anything like that. Once you couldn't do it no more, you expressed that to them, collective. You know what I'm saying? This person is And that's what they stuck on. Like mentally, well, you made a promise to me, and you know. Oh my God. Let's see what's going on here. You were 10-10 on the timer. You started running, okay? You started running, Collector. After you declared game over, you said, I'm not playing no more with your cuckoo for Cocoa Puff's tail. I declared game over. I'm not playing no game with you. And you started to run from this person. You was like, I'm starting to run from the connection here. I don't want it no more. Okay. I don't want it no more. Please leave me alone. Okay. Fake friends. Some of y'all done ran away from these type of people or this person here. You declare game over on them, baby. This person, I can't even. This was a drama king or a drama queen. Like everything had to be like an argument. Yeah, I got girl fight. If this is a masculine here, he had a lot of feminine energy here. Arguments, physical fight, at war competition. I feel like Aries energy here with the girl fight. I feel like for a group of you here, this person loves to create arguments or drama or something like that to compete. This person wanted to compete with you. Once you ran from the connection to get a peace of mind, right? Because I felt like dealing with this person and they were operating out of their ego, which means you couldn't tell them nothing. You couldn't tell them nothing. So they lacked self-awareness of how they were acting or what they were how they were being perceived here, collective. Yeah. You tried to tell them, you know what I'm saying, some things that they could work on to better themselves here, collective. And you rejected them, okay? You did, and you moved on, and you ran from the connection here because they were siphoning here not just finances but energy here before you know had realized, collective. You got tired of the same old, same old. Like this person could not didn't. It's not even that they could not produce anything. It was like that they would not. They see you over there struggling, trying to keep it together for the both of y'all, and they'll just sit there and watch you struggle. And then after that, you want to fight about it. You want to argue. You want to have like, are you serious? This person is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, honey. Okay, and you was like, I'm not with it. You rejected this person. I understand why, baby. I ain't even gonna lie. Okay. You are uninterested in somebody that you feel like you got to raise again, okay? And they steady being an adolescent, still being childish, making bad decisions here or bad choices, collective. Yeah. Like this person, you rejected the way that they didn't want to grow. They were still making bad decisions, decisions that you know that you have surpassed, and you know, in your face of learning here of experience. Like you like, why are you making that decision at our age or something like that, or the level of wisdom that you thought this person had? They didn't. They did not have the maturity level, the emotional intelligence to be able to handle a relationship with the divine feminine or divine masculine here. Yeah, what I can't make it up. I said emotional intelligence. What I just said. Okay, the chorus get you right, you heard. You feel me? Yeah. It was the lack of emotional intelligence. I got running away again. Same shit, different day. This person had been operating in the same paradigm shift because they ego. They're egotistical. You have to humble this person's ego for them to have to learn a lesson or something like that because you couldn't tell them nothing. They lack self-awareness, so they couldn't grow, so they wouldn't become a better person. They would still stay the same way. They were still operating out of the same old conditioning self. Like, no, this is why you ran and running away again. Okay. From their ego. Oh. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, falling apart. Yeah. Everything started to fall apart for this person because they didn't use any sex. Okay, for a group of you, I feel like this person then went off and crashed out here with falling apart and sexual protection in reverse. Feel like they being reckless. Very reckless, sleeping around without protection, and things are falling apart for this person. Not only are they broke, but they are falling apart. They're allowing their life to fall apart due to their bad decision making, their bad choices here. Okay. And they always want to cause a fight, an uproar here. They want to cause chaos here. Wow. Ain't shit. What else? Move. Okay. overview what you did. You rejected this person and you left, you moved on, got over it, and started moving on and hustling, getting to the bag or something like that. You stop putting energy into this person. This person starts to self-destruct. I'm hearing self-sabotage. This person started to self-sabotage because you rejected them. Though you might have told them great advice, I felt like they wasted your damn time, collective. Ooh. Underplayed out. Okay, they was wasting your time, and they definitely and certainly was played out here. The way that they were operating here was played out, and they were wasting your time here. You start to pick up on this collective. They start to cop block. They was just in the way. Like I said, baby, either you own the way or you in the way. And I felt like this person was on. They were in the way here, cop blocking here. They were wasting time here. They had no serious. They didn't want to be with you for real. Okay, they ain't want to be with you for real to put in a whole type of relationship. I have divination abuser. This person is either doing root work on you, voodoo on you. Okay, they doing readings on you, collective. They want to cop block you. This is why they want to do these readings or get these readings done so they can stay ahead to see what your love life looks like. Because since you rejected them, they don't want you to be happy if it's not them. If I can't have you, nobody can. 16 on the damn time. Oh my God. Yeah, this person is a damn cock blocker. Okay, they want to do spell work on your love life, so people will come into your life and break your heart here, collective. People will come into your life and want to have short term relationships or treat you like a jump off or something like that. Yeah, this is what this person, your ex, they got to pay spiritual practitioners. Oh, spirit, this person, this ex of yours that you rejected. They have been paying spiritual practitioners to do spell work on your love life. So, okay, wow, that's pretty deep. I mean, so much was coming at me. Like, look, when I be channeling, like at the same time, boy, yeah, wow, this person is really cuckoo for cocoa puffs. Okay, when I split the deck, boss daddy in reverse here. Okay, so this is like my emperor card in reverse. Okay, this is a damn narcissist, supposed to be a stable, secure, and rich guy here, or a masculine here with big dick energy. It's in reverse, so it's a little wee wee. Okay, baby, just period. Okay, yeah, boss daddy energy here in reverse, collective. It's in reverse. That means they're not stable. They don't make sound decisions. They're very irrational here. They're very egotistical. They're very entitled. They're very narcissistic here. They want things their way when they want it their way. Baby, they don't want to put any effort, or they put less effort into uh, being with you, or hmm, this person has many suitors that they didn't dealt with at a time as well. They've made a lot of bad choices, collective. This is why you ran from them. You seen they couldn't handle their money. You seen if they can't, if you a CEO, you a business owner, and you can't manage your money, which means you can't manage your business. This shit, you can't manage me, baby. You kick them to the curb. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for your reading. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below if this message does resonate. They may be trying to come and give you an offer. Get back, Bossy. Okay. Comment below if this message does resonate, guys. Until then, I'm a cleanse. I said, because he doing this voodoo and all this stuff and black magic and don't want you to find love and don't want you to, be secure and stable in an emotional connection. This person is rooting against you, but you have rejected this person here because of their egotistical, abusive ways, guys. Comment below if this message does resonate. I'm gonna get out of here for real. Until then, I will check you guys later. Peace.